Well done to them both. What an athlete. Is that cross-country Paralympic gold medal number 8 for McKeever?
Got hurt.
That doesn't include his biathlon results. McKeever has just got an easy style about him, but he's got athleticism, he's got endurance, and he's got tactics. I think that's what will stick in the memory of many today who watch this race, is how canny, how clever, how smart they raced it. Erik Carleton and McKeever were not put out by the fact that Chokhalev took it out so hard. Adakov coming down to the finish. His calculated time, 6 minutes behind McKeever. It's a wonderful experience for the young man. He's done a tremendous job to bring it home so strongly, hold his form so well throughout the race. Keeping in mind he's only 18. Chokhalev. I don't think he can make up the kind of margin that McKeever was able to establish. Here he goes. It's margin out to 38.6 seconds. And McKeever looks like it's his title. Race might still be on for third between Modin and a couple of others. Dolkov. So down they come to the finish, busy waving flags. They're into this. Dolkov coming down to the finish. Bay first of all, Erik Bay of Norway, then Dolkov. He's in second position for the moment, but there are some competitors out there who can tip him off the podium, if you will. But Dolkov has made sure he's left nothing out there in his endeavour to get onto the podium. Kuchensky of Ukraine. He can't get a top 3 finish as his time ticks up towards the hour mark. And 6:50 behind McKeever. So the athletes gather around the finish area. A few words of commiseration and congratulations shared, and then make sure they're out of the way as the others come in. And next it will be Yuri Utkin of Ukraine. A 23-year-old crossing the line in 69.06. These two just out of the medals with that time. This is the man we're waiting on to see if he can hold his form. He does look to be struggling, Modin. Through there in 3:15 behind. So Modin, some team support there coming in. That's the new age, isn't it? She's got the tablet in the left hand there, so get all the times calculated. Oh dear. Yelling out encouragement. Hasn't got far to go. That's what you're telling yourself, as the body hurts, as the body's telling the brain, I want to stop, I want to stop. The brain saying, oh, you've got to keep going. And just a couple of Ks to go for Rudolf Planetti. Medi's side is Timo Salminen. Finished 12th in the 20K freestyle in Vancouver. Looks like he may not be able to match that effort today. He works as a researcher for the University of Vascular's Department of Physics. Interested in biomechanics as well. Back's not working as well as it might. The finish area there is Dogtov with the skis. Dogtov at the moment sitting in second. We'll just wait to see what Modin can do. He can get into the medals. Adakov of the USA currently in third. But still to come home, we've got Clementi, Burton, Artemov, Modin and Chokhalev. Well, Chokhalev certainly going to push someone off the podium. And Chokhalev ought to be good for second place, and then maybe Modin for third. So Dolkov and Adakov won't be too optimistic about their chances of staying in the podium positions 2 and 3. They've got plenty of energy in the grandstands. They should be out there skiing if they've got that much stamina. Enjoying a downhill section into the stadium, then there's a little bit more hard work to do before they finish. And it is Stanislav Chokhalev trying to finish this as quickly as possible. I don't think he can do anything about the half-minute lead that McKeever managed to build through the second half of the race. And he can secure himself second position. Stanislav Chokhalev and guide Maxim Pirogov. Not so very far to go now. Looks like Chokhalev did his best work in the first half. Chokhalev, who finished second in the 10K last year at the World Championships in Sweden and third in the 20K. Not bad results in biathlon either, a couple of top 10s at the Worlds. It's in the cross country that Stanislav Chokhalev has done a little better. And we've got a whole lot of competitors to finish soon after, and although there's also some of the course groomers who want to make sure it's in as good a shape as possible. In fact, for the next couple of races, that's actually the truth of it, and they'll see who they really are. Concentrate on Stanislav Chokhalev as he comes down the home straight now. Russian fans seeing where he'll finish. Well, it won't be in top spot. McKeever was too strong over the second half of the race. Chokhalev from the Russian Federation coming down to claim second position. Stanislav Chokhalev, his guide Maxim Pirogov leads him across. And 106.2. It was the early leader, but he'll have to be satisfied with second, I think, and they're proud of that, though, as they should be. And if you get beaten by Brian McKeever, well, in the last 10 years, there's no disgrace in that because he is the man. So it looks to be victory for Canada, then Russia. and perhaps Sweden, but we've got to wait for Zebastian Modin to cross the line. And this, though, is Kevin Burton of the United States. Just looking to negotiate this final turn into the home straight. The 31-year-old. Former serviceman in the US Navy. He retired in February 2011 and then took up the sport in 2012, so he's only been at it, well, not even 2 years. So Burton and his guide David Chamberlain coming down to the line now. He's found that little bit extra that they seem to be able to locate when the finish line is so close. 14:41 down on the time of McKeever. Modin coming around now. So can the young Swede push his way into third position? Zebastian Modin. Modin, his guide Albin Akarot. And he looks to be safely in third. Adolfkov, 58.22. Modin is 56.34.9. Artemov outside that time. So just for the moment, Modin's all right. Artemov doesn't feel all right. Modin at least stays upright. Gets the big bear hug from his guide, Albin Akarot. It's a real partnership when you get the job done so well. So Modin into third behind McKeever and Chokhalev. And that looks to be set in stone now. The only man yet to finish is Clementi, and he is not on this kind of pace, so we can be pretty sure that McKeever, Chokhalev and Modin will be 1, 2, 3. Shabstyaboy, unfortunately the Belarusian athlete, he's had to withdraw, and we know that Ponomarev did not actually start the race. So in the end, out of the scheduled list of 13, we're only going to have 11 finishers. And here's our final man, Rudolf Clementi. A time just outside of 70 minutes for the 20-kilometre journey. He competed in Vancouver. He's now competed in Sochi. The crowd appreciates his effort as Clementi comes across the line now. And so it's Canada, Russia and Sweden in the men's 20K Classic visually impaired. Well, our place getters went out as the last three athletes. Confirming the 20K standing category, Rushan Menegalov, the Russian Federation, from Ilka Tuomisto of Finland. Also from Russia, Vladislav Lekomtsev in third spot. Hu Haitao and Cheng Qishuai of China, DNFs for both. The standings for the men's 20k visually impaired. Brian McKeever, victory for the Canadian and his guide Erik Carleton. Then it was Stanislav Chokhalev with Maxim Pirogov and Zebastian Modin, his guide Alvin Akalot. Well, the crowd's been well entertained by the first couple of races today, and there are still more to come. Maybe time to squeeze in the flower presentations before the next event. Not sure if it's going to occur or not, but we'll stand by and we'll know soon enough.
is Sochi 2014 Paralympic Winter Games.
Паралимпийские зимние игры 2014 в Сочи. Благодаря Международный паралимпийский комитет за помощь в организации игр.
Sochi 2014 Paralympic Winter Games set new standards for urban planning and construction. All sporting venues and infrastructure now meet the needs of people with impairment.
Игры в Сочи задают новые стандарты городского планирования и строительства. Все спортивные объекты и инфраструктура оборудованы с учетом нужд людей с инвалидностью.
So we're getting ready for the women's 15k standing cross country and in the classic style, then followed by the women's 15 km visually impaired. Sunny day, mild day at the Lauda Cross Country and Biathlon Centre. A little band of Japanese supporters always here, always vocal, always excited to see themselves on the big screen. The field of 12 to start off with the 15k standing. 14 degrees it is. No wonder the snow's melting and soft. Low humidity, well, lowish, 39%. Next to no breeze. And the snow is soft, as we say. So the 15k standing is the first event. We've got 7 countries represented. And Katerina Pavlenko, a very young field, at least the first half of it, between 16 and 20 years of age, most of them. Ukraine, Norway, Canada, Japan, all represented in that first half a dozen. But it is these last few who should provide us with the winner. Perhaps it'll be Elena Kaufman backing up following her biathlon victory, or Yulia Batenkova, Anna Malenina. And then a small field of 4 in the women's 15k for visually impaired. Kononova, Skorobataya, Mikalena Lisova, who was a gold medalist in biathlon, and Elena Orinazova. Just a couple of minutes away from a start in the 15k for the women. Larissa Varona, one of the more experienced athletes in this one. Malenina, who's sitting 4th in the World Cup standings at the moment in biathlon. And Ripa. See how mild it is. She's standing there with long sleeves on, doesn't need it. Batenkova. Elena Kaufman will go off last in the field of 12 and start as probably the favourite. Preceded by Alexandra Kononova. And don't forget the gloves. Well, I don't know if you even need them today. It's so warm, but Erik Carleton certainly wanted them, but it's Katerina Pavlenko who's going to lead us away. And here we are, first competitor on the track for the women's 15k standing cross country, classic technique, Katerina Pavlenko. She's only 16 years of age, from Sumy in Ukraine. Did take part in the World Championships last year. What a great experience for a young athlete that must have been. 20-year-old Erik Carleton located the gloves just in time, so she sets off. She too was at the World Championships last year. 9th in the 5k. The coach Torbjorn Brox Pedersen. Plenty of Russian fans here, but next to go from Canada, it's Brittany Hudak, 20 years of age. Took up the sport in 2011. And she was drawn to the sport by fellow Canadian paranordic skier Colette Vergogne. Came into the shop where she was working and said, "I've got the sport for you." And Brittany Hudak was hooked. Next to the Norwegian competitors, 18-year-old Anna-Karin Olsen. Bronze at the 2011 World Cup event in Norway. That was a real highlight for her. And what is just a blossoming career. She's only been in the sport a little while. Another teenager in the field is Yurika Abe from Yamada in Japan. 7th at the Worlds last year, the 18-year-old. 6 events on her Sochi program, 3 biathlon, 3 cross country. That's Helena Ripa. She's not a minute to wait yet. 20-year-old Lyudmila Lyashenko. Got a 6th placing in the 10K standing in Sweden last year at the World Championships. She's in the LW8 sports class. A range of classes taking part in this event, and all factored the percentage accordingly. Larissa Varona getting into the more experienced and favoured athletes now. She's 31 years of age, a silver and 2 bronze medals so far in Paralympic Games. Looking for that first gold medal finish. This is her 3rd Paralympics. Ripa sets off gold in the sprint at the Worlds last year. But can she string it out to 15 kilometres? That might be the question for her. Got some graphic design. And the veterans at 42. They're going strong, still a gold medalist as recently as last year. Anna Malenina, silver medalist in the biathlon in the 6K. Now it's a 15-kilometre cross-country event. She's from Krasnotarsk. Try and get a good rhythm going early. Set comfortably into your work. Gold medalist in Vancouver. In the 3K pursuit. Now Yulia Batenkova from Lutsk in Ukraine. Bronze medalist in the biathlon. 4 silver medals and 3 bronze so far in Paralympic Winter Games for her. Alexandra Kononova, 22 years of age. She's got all the ones in bib number 111. Will she be number 1? She might be. The main rival will be the next woman to go, Elena Kaufman. Speaking of Kaufman, here she is. The 26-year-old Russian won the biathlon, 6K standing. She's in excellent form. She's 26 years of age, and she is the one to beat in this event. Holds the national sports title of Honoured Master of Sport in Russia. husband Mark took a break from the sport and have daughter a couple of years ago. So they're on their way. The crowd will cheer them all the way around the course, cheer themselves when they see themselves on the big screen. Settling in for an afternoon's entertainment and competition on what is such a mild day. There's Kaufman. Have a nice technique. You can hear how soft the snow is. Not that colder, crusty, frozen sound of the ski across the icy snow. It's more slushy and icy. Marty Carlson, the Norwegian, has already got past Katerina Pavlenko. Carlson looks to be enjoying himself out there. And through the 1.7k checkpoint for Carlson in 6:04. Pavlenko 54 seconds behind. Just a very young competitor. We must always keep that in mind when we check the times for Pavlenko, as Carlson comes up on the checkpoint also. Grip wax in the middle, see if it's working. We certainly hope so. Do that, a little bit steadier. 41 seconds down on Olsen's time. And then it'll be Erika Abe coming through. It'll be just outside the 5:40 of Olsen. Just under 5 seconds, so that's not a bad opening sector from Abe through 1.7 kilometres. Following Abe, we'll have Lyashenko, Verona, Ripa, Malenina, Batenkova, Kononova, and Kaufman. Oops. And again, sometimes that wax takes a little bit of getting used to. The snow, and she might actually be suggesting to the team, look, I don't like these skis, I might be looking for a change, which they certainly can do. Come into the start-finish area and have a few spares there with a different wax combination on them. There's Larissa Verona. T-shirts plenty today in these kinds of conditions. Verona just outside Olsen's time. Ripa comes through next, 4.3 seconds quicker. So she sets the benchmark at 1.7. Factoring for these competitors with their different impairments between 90 and 92%. Very little between them. The opponents are factored. Malenina coming up to checkpoint now. She's outside Ripa's time. 12 seconds, so the Swede has set a good pace through there. If she can maintain it. Batenkova will be a different story though. Batenkova riding out strongly, aggressively, carves 8 seconds off Ripa's time at that checkpoint. Batenkova's got the skis working well. Kononova just having a bit of trouble with that wax. Got to get the weight over the right part of the ski to make it work. If it is working. And should be just outside of Batenkova's time, but not by much, so Ukraine 1-2 in the very early going. It's a 15K event, remember. And up the hill she goes. That looks, oh, that little slip there, she looked like she was handling it a bit better. Hoffman hasn't made a very quick start. Well, you've got an eye on her as a potential winner, having taken out the biathlon in such grand style. But she's well off the pace early on. But shouldn't get too worried about that just being a longish event. But Hoffman is 26, 27 seconds down on Batenkova. To the stadium for the first time after completing a lap. Carlson, who is second out of the gate. 20-year-old has got a few Norwegian sporting heroes. Understandably, cross-country skiers Therese Johaug and Marit Bjorgen, and the great chess player Magnus Carlsen. He also holds in great esteem. 2 in 3 Ks, so 5 laps of 3 kilometres is the story. Olsen, well under Carlsen's time. She breaks the line. There she is, 34 seconds quicker. More upright stance. Hudak of Canada. He's from Prince Albert in Saskatchewan. Hudak 54 seconds down. Behind her is Katerina Pavlenko, a young Ukrainian. She's getting this priceless experience, her first Paralympic Games. Arbe just 6 seconds down on Olsen. Ripa next to come through. We'll have some interesting checkpoints here because it looks like there's not much between Ripa and some others. She carved a big chunk off the time of Olsen, but then we'll be watching for Milenina. Lyashenko inside Ripa's time. Pretty impressive beginning to the race by the Swede Ripa. And Verona, just 40 seconds outside that pace. Here comes Batenkova. And she is just emphasising how well she's skiing. She's got a nice rhythm going up, a very aggressive approach to the race. It's a long event, and through the first 3 Ks, she's still the quickest, 17 seconds faster than the Swede. Milenina coming up, but off the pace a bit early. Kononova and Kaufman still to come, 1:11 and 1:12, the bib numbers for the Ukrainian and the Russian. Under Kononova. Not badly placed at all. Kononova has slipped into 3rd place after 1 lap of 5. I think she will. She'll get there before 9:57 kicks over. Now she's 34 down on Batenkova. Ukraine though, 1 and 3. Separated by the Swedish athlete Ripa. And somewhat surprisingly off the pace is our top seed Elena Kaufman. Russian supporters trying to improve her effort, lift her time, speed up the pace a little. But, she's not on the pace at the moment. 40 seconds down on Petenkova and in 4th place. A lot of emotional energy goes in winning the Paralympic title, and that's what she did in the biathlon. Perhaps a bit more out of it than she realised, it was a couple of days ago. Petenkova setting off a little unsteadily while you just get used to the surface. Feel his nerves as well. Like the look of the form of Petenkova through the early kilometres of this 15k event. Petenkova, who finished 3rd in the biathlon, looking for something better here. Petenkova with a host of minor medals at the Paralympic Winter Games, Vancouver and Torino. I wonder if she's really set herself for this race as the one she can win. Out on the course is Kononova. Looking to put that definite weight over the middle of the ski. Get the grip. Athletes getting ready for the visually impaired race for the women. A very small field. Should be interesting. Coming through is Elena Kaufman. She's got more to give over the second half of the race. You don't win it in the first 5Ks. Spend too much energy in the early minutes though, and you can certainly lose it. With Carlson and Maria Carlson from Bovabru in Norway. She's a teacher's aide in Norway. Such a great tradition in cross-country sport. W9 is her sport class. Ripa. Check point time at 4.7 is the next one to watch and see who beats it and by how much. She's through in 15:05.6. Ripa. Labouring a little there. Anna Carden Olsen. Hard work these hills. Who that? Through 2:20 behind Ripa. Now we've got Larissa Varona. Still down in Ripa's time. Arbe, 1:33 down. They're very close together, those two. Varona and Arbe. Then we've got Petenkova. So Petenkova's the one to watch. And again, she looks like she's going to be inside the time of Ripa at this next checkpoint, but by 26 seconds. So Petenkova still leading it. Timoshenko. .214 behind Batenkova. Milena now, 60 seconds almost down on Batenkova. So 1, 2, 3 at the moment. Batenkova, Ripa, and Milena. Then Verona. That's not doing any favours for Katerina Pavlenko as she cancel out for this checkpoint. They're almost a third of the way through the race when they come to this mark. Sorry, almost halfway through the race. It's third, a big right against 15-kilometre race it is, not 10, 15. So, not liking the tracks, it would seem. Now, Kononova. What's she up to? 15.5 minutes, so she's about a minute off the pace of Batenkova. Just concentrating on a good rhythm, steady pace. Happy to be inside the tracks, and then coming up behind her now is Hoffman. Hoffman might be just starting to increase the pace a bit, I think. Yes, she's 46 seconds down. Hoffman might have just found another gear, I think. So Kaufman into third place behind Batenkova and Ripa. Our next event is the 15K visually impaired. Margarita Gorbanova will be first to go. And Elena Lisova will be one of the favourites here, along with Elena Remizova. This is Ripa coming into the stadium once more. Just relaxing. Who's out here? Olsen, it looks like. Anna-Karin Olsen's had a fall and is in trouble. This is very sad to see the Norwegian. See what she's done here, whether it was caught on camera, but she's obviously in distress and doesn't look like she's going to continue the race. That's very sad for Olsen. Ripa though, powering on, looking for a podium finish. Swedish veteran, coming through the 6K mark. 2/3 of the race done, sorry, 2/5 of the race done. I'm in trouble with my mathematics today. Back to school for me. 6Ks out of 15. I thought it'd be 2/5. 40%. 19:24 for Ripa. Key point would be whether Kaufman is starting to close the gap.
Get ready.
And we're underway in the women's 15K visually impaired, and Margarita Gorbanova of Canada takes us away with guide Andrea Bunden. Carlson next through the 6K in the women's 15K standing. 2:52 down. Skorobataya. Andrea Skorobataya, assisted today by Arina Nafranovic. Away they go, under sunny skies and on soft snow. I sure like their chances of a 1-2 here. Alexei Ivanov leading out the very popular Mikalina Lisova, who was a winner in the biathlon. And Lisova, not a particularly strong looking figure, but she's all endurance and efficiency, and she can really ski. There could be a chance here to make it a second goal, but standing between her and that mission is Elena Remizova. Might it be a Russia 1-2? I'll tell you what it could be. Remizova has got the results, got the experience, and got the ambition. Remizova, World Championship gold medals in both biathlon and cross country. That's the sad scene for Olsen. He looks like he can take no further part. Kaufman. Well, I thought she might have been taking something out of Batenkova's lead. 48 seconds down. It's a lot to haul back. Change of skis. So right now has Alexandra Kononova looking for a fresh trip on the snow. Kononova 148 down on Batenkova. She new equipment, see if she can trim something out of that. Katerina Pavlenko through the 6K in 25.44. And there is Olsen off the course. Pavlenko through the shadows cast by the trees. At the 6K mark, it was still Yulia Batenkova, Elina Ripa of Sweden, and then Alina Kaufman. Milena under 13 seconds behind. Yushenko. These soft conditions are really posing some questions for the wax technicians and the skiers. Coming up quickly, beside her will be Elena Kaufman. A little demoralising for Lyashenko, who started 3 minutes in front of her Russian rival. Doing the calculations, working out who's where and who needs to do what to get what. Swedish support for Helena Ripa. And there she is, 52-year-old from Stockholm. Been skiing since 2006. Husband introduced her to the sport just for fun initially, but ended up enjoying it so much and doing well enough that she thought, well, she got a better prosthetic. She was inspired to go to the Paralympics, and here she is. She's already won a gold medal in the standing sprint event and bronze in the 5K at the World Championships last year in her home country, Sweden. And one of her heroes is fellow Swede cross-country skier Daniel Richardson, who was a medalist at the Olympics. Lisova out on the course for the visually impaired 15K. She's got this easy, confident action that just looks like it uses a minimum of energy but gets the maximum result. Although even she is struggling a bit with these soft, wet conditions. 5:24, she went through the 1.7K. Bakaya, 38 seconds behind. Kononova, 1:26. And then Batenkova. Okay, we're just going back to the 15K standing. And then Remizova in the visually impaired. So a little confusing with the same checkpoint and two different races coming through. So it's Remizova who is leading the visually impaired race. Elena behind Batenkova. So Batenkova in front in the 15K standing. Ripa Abe coming through the 7.7K, so just past the halfway point. This 15-kilometre event for the women. A serious pair of sunshade glasses she's got on. I don't know whether to call them goggles or glasses. They're a bit of both. For Abe, she's 3:23 down on the time of Batenkova. Hudak coming through, 4:45 down. Now Kaufman, last out of the gate, one of the favourites, but just off the pace at the moment. Kaufman going to be a minute behind Batenkova. All but 58.6 seconds. So it's a completely different discipline in some ways. Well, not completely, but a different discipline in some ways to the biathlon, which Kaufman won so impressively. It might be Batenkova's turn. And she is due after all these minor placings. Paralympic Winter Games in the past. Lyashenko over 4 minutes behind the pace of Batenkova. You can see that some of these competitors aren't in the race for the podium. They're just already too far behind at the halfway point. Kononova has had a change of skis. She's got a change of pace. She's 12 down. Just frustrating and annoying when the skis slip like that. If you get it wrong, don't get the weight over the ski and push at the right moment. And the dip wax doesn't help it. Elena Ripa, in she comes. Swedish competitor set the next benchmark for us. We had confirmation on our screens here that Olsen from Norway has withdrawn. Very sad, she's had a fall. 9 out of the 15Ks have been skied now by Ripa, and we'll just check this time coming through, about 29.5 minutes for her. And then wait to see what the others can do, but most particularly Yulia Batenkova and then Elena Kaufman. Visually impaired race, Lisova through the 3K in 9:34. And Remizova is not mucking around. This is a very aggressive pace that she's setting. Making sure that Lisova doesn't perhaps get the second gold medal, but Russia won too. Yeah, I'd like to see that. Remizova, 3 seconds quicker than Lisova. Petenkova. Yep, she's still going to be quicker through the 9K with 6 kilometres to ski. 2 more laps. We've got this nice rhythm going. Even if she slips occasionally, she's quickly back into a stride, and Petenkova by 30 seconds from Ripa. And the visually impaired event, Kononova, 2 minutes 20 behind Remizova. So the event's running side by side, if you will. A little bit confusing. Hopefully not for the athletes. 2 different races out on the same course. Going there is Anna Milenina. To Erik Carleton, who would have been no doubt communicated the news that Anna Karin Olsen, a Norwegian teammate, is out of the race. It's very unfortunate. She started it, but she's had a fall and is out. Carlson 4:22 behind Petenkova. Here's Kaufman. Petenkova, Ripa, and then Milenina at the moment. Abe coming up towards this next checkpoint of 9Ks. So too is Elena Kaufman, and looks like Abe wants some fresh skis. Give the others a few more seconds on her, but she might make them up if the skis get her a better run across the snow. So Kaufman, can she still sneak into third? Oh, she's fourth, 111.7 down on Petenkova. So the picture is starting to clarify here that Kaufman's not on the race pace being set by Petenkova, and providing the Ukrainian can maintain her pace, she's at least got Kaufman covered. Not sure yet about Ripa and Milenina. Hudak. And now Alexandra Kononova. Kononova looks to have had a few ski problems today. They're slipping under her. And it's a bit surprising to see her off the pace by this much, 2:32. 106, Lyashenko. Concentrating ever so hard on getting the skis to grip, keeping the rhythm that she can maintain. Now really starting to chop up in the mid-afternoon sun. Really when it's at its warmest, an hour or two after lunch. Through the 9Ks, it's still Petenkova from Ripa and Milenina. Kaufman, nothing between third and fourth. So that race for that position could be the one. Then Verona in fifth. Meanwhile, there's a pretty good battle going on Lisova in the visually impaired 15K. She's going to have to ski some kind of race to hold off Elena Remizova, fellow Russian, but a 1-2 is almost a given now, even though we're only a third of the way through the race. So Lisova, very fit, very efficient. And Remizova. What's the difference? Might only be a few seconds. Might even be Lisova in front now. Oh no, Remizova's got by 2 seconds. What a great race we've got here in visually impaired 15K. Ripa is just got the energy she had at the start of the race, but still in a podium position. Hill is starting to sort her out. And she's got to do it one more time after this. The shoulder's starting to hurt. Yavia Bataya. Up to the 4.7K checkpoint with her guide, Irina Nafranovic. Bataya down a minute 38 on Remizova and Lisova. Basically in this race, Lisova needs to finish 30 seconds ahead of Remizova. They're the same sport class, so their factor-in percentage is exactly the same. Lisova went out 30 seconds ahead of Remizova. So 30 seconds she needs to beat her by, and 1/10 of a second more would be enough. Kotenkova making her way steadily to the 10.7K checkpoint and needs to get there before 35.23 on the clock. She'll do that, and then she'll have Ripa covered. Coming up to 35 now, so 24.7 seconds for Kotenkova over Ripa. Will be next to come through. She started a fair bit earlier, so she'll be well down, and 36.58, so she's almost 2 minutes behind Kotenkova. That's the Canadian coming through in the vision impaired event. That's Margarita Gorbanova. Some of the pronunciation time, but Margarita from St. Petersburg originally, and Ottawa, Canada. Carlson, the remaining Norwegian in the 15K standing event for the women. Head down, concentrating hard and kind of almost smiling away around the course. I think she's drawing such pleasure from being at the Paralympic Winter Games. It's great to see. Inspired to take up the sport by her older sister. Addicted to the cheers of the crowd, she says she is. Alina Kaufman, 35, up to 36 minutes. Still a minute or so behind Kotenkova. A minute can change, as we sometimes put it. Lisova and her guide Alexei Ivanov. This is when it gets harder to keep holding the form. That's it, halfway through the race. Remizova just left on her own there for a moment. The guide The guide wants to change skis, it would seem. Natalia Yakimova. No. So that makes it interesting. Then the guide's got to catch up to her skier. Yakimova out after Ranizova. We'll leave that for a moment. Coming up to the 12K, that means 1 lap to go for Helena Ripa. And she's come to this quite late. The skier, a competitor now in her 40s. Ripa encouraged to do so by her husband, and have a wonderful reward here in Sochi. At the Laura cross-country and biathlon centre. Bit of a tyre. And the visually impaired 15K through the 6-kilometre checkpoint. Over 21 minutes, so she's a couple down on Ranizova and on Lisova. Nothing between the top two. Zhyushenko still battling those misbehaving skis. Cannot get a good grip. Zhyushenko 10.7K, so she's got 4.3 to go. Get a different pair of skis now. She either can't get the weight over the middle of the ski or the grip waxes stop working. Meanwhile, Stanislav just looking for a guide who can't keep up with her. Where is Natalia Yakimova? Most odd. Butenkova, meanwhile, coming up to 40 minutes or into the 12K checkpoint. Following her through there in 107, that's Larissa Verona, but this is our leader in the women's 15K standing. And there is the problem for the guide for Ranizova. Butenkova by 10.7 seconds only. That's interesting. She's flagging a little, and Ripa, one big lap left to those to just try and sort out the placings in the 15K standing. Elena, minute 9 down on Butenkova. I wonder if Butenkova went too hard too early. Bonova, a Russian-born Canadian. His parents were both skiers and successful ones too. 5 minutes down though on Ranizova's time. Give you some more details about the skiing prowess of Margarita's parents in a little bit. But lots going on at the moment. Crowds heavily involved, looking for some Russian results here. Erik Carleton back into the stadium once more for the 12K checkpoint. 1 lap to go. So she'll find the energy required to bring it home with 3Ks left. Maria is the call from the Norwegians in the crowd, and Maria across in 44.45, so 5 minutes down on Butenkova. That's not a concern. She may not be in the medals, but she's getting it her best shot. That's what it's all about. Kaufman. And her margin behind Butenkova, 1:28 now. So Kaufman cannot make up that kind of difference in 3Ks. Lisova. And Lisova is only just in front of Remizova, and that's not good news for her. She needs to be about 30 seconds in front. At least Remizova has managed to relocate her guide. But Lisova, I did get the impression her rhythm had just on a little bit, and 27 seconds now is Remizova's lead over Lisova. It was only a couple of seconds previously. So Lisova's skis starting to not find the grip that's needed for the uphill sections. And Remizova, that's a great style, isn't that? And there's the guide for the catcher. Most bizarre chain of events here. I wonder if it's all above board. See if there's any cause for protest, one against the other, but they're both Russian. They might be reluctant to do that. Bit of 1-2. And our young friend Katerina Pavlenko, at just 16, not able to muster much more than a walk through the uphill sections. And she's 12.5 minutes behind Botenkova. She's here and she's in the race. That's an important part of it. Brittany Hudak, the 12K checkpoint, 7.5 minutes down. And here's where the race is. It's with Helena Ripa. 13.7 Ks, 45.30. Let's see what Botenkova can do when she gets to that checkpoint. Poroshenko through the 12K checkpoint in under 47 minutes. Ninth at the moment. And back with Yadja Sorobayataya. He's looking at securing third place, I think, in the visually impaired women's 15K. She's doing a little better than Margarita Gorbanova, but not as well as Lisova and Remizova. A bit of shouting going on out on the course. There's a couple of positions up for grabs here. There's nothing between a couple of skiers. And it's particularly on between Botenkova and Ripa. Now Botenkova is really going to have to find something extra here to make sure of this elusive Paralympic title. Ripa through in 45.30. And the margin has been getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And now it's 9.5 seconds. Botenkova over Ripa. So going through there also is Verona, but she's 1:52 off the pace. It's all about Ripa and Botenkova, and it's the Ukrainian Botenkova who's got it at the moment. Elenina looking a little distressed as she comes up to the same checkpoint with 1.3 Ks to go. 1,300 metres. What can you give it? She's in third. Remizova has now moved to the front. She started after Lisova and now she's in front of her. And the race favourite has taken control. That's Lisova. She's well positioned to grab a silver medal to go with the gold she got in the biathlon. And Russia looking good here for the 1-2. And Margarita Gorbunova, pretty much the halfway point at 7.7 Ks, or just beyond it. Can't to match the pace being set by Remizova. Doing her best, no doubt about that. Here's Erik Carleton of Norway. I'm sure she's actually fatiguing, but that look on her face still looks like a smile to me. And she is just so thrilled to be here. But even if it's hurting, it's fun. But Carlson, with the finish line not far away, 1,300 metres. Right, down to the line she comes. Elina Ripa of Sweden. Is this going to be a winning time, or will it be for second place or third? She's giving it everything she's got. The Swede driving it to the line. A fantastic race from her. Russian and Swedish supporters cheering her home in 49.49. Great race. Has really taken it to Betenkova. And we'll just have to wait and see whether Betenkova has got what it's required over the closing kilometre. Ripa, 42 years young. Gold medal in the sprint last year. What's it to be in Sochi? Kononova hasn't had the best of days. Never looked comfortable on the skis she's been given. The result is she's significantly off the pace, but she's powering on. 3:22 behind Betenkova's time through the 13.7, and there's Abe coming up behind her, Japanese competitor. Change of skis for Skorobataya. 4 minutes down on Ramizova's time in the visually impaired 15K. Now into the stadium comes Yulia Betenkova. About to pass Larissa Verona. Betenkova, bronze medalist in the biathlon. Can she claim this elusive gold? And she's tried so hard and come so close at so many Paralympic events. At Betenkova and Verona that finished together, but it's Betenkova who's got to get there in 49.49. And she may not. It could be Ripa's race. Betenkova is struggling. Betenkova is into second place. Betenkova 3.9 seconds behind Ripa, and the Swede might have it. Oh, Betenkova was leading for so much of the race, but the pace was uneven. And Milanina coming in. And if she can get to the line before 51.47, she'll have third place. Milanina, Russian looking for a podium finish, and there she is at the moment. She should be safe there. Kaufman still out on the course. these cross-country and biathlon skiers give it absolutely everything. The pain barrier, they just crash through it again and again and again. Lyashenko. Ludmila Lyashenko. Not long to go for her, but 8 minutes 02 behind Petenkova at that point. But it was in the last 1.3 Ks that the race was won and lost with Elina Ripa of Sweden. Looks like she might have it. Denisova through comfortably ahead in the visually impaired 15K. And Nikolina Lisova set off at a good pace. Looked to be challenging Denisova and couldn't sustain it. And now she's some minute behind. Alexei Ivanov doing his best to encourage and lead her on, but Denisova has just widened the gap to a minute 17. Denisova might be a second goal for her. Now we've got Maria Carlson coming down to the line for Norway. Crowd's making plenty of noise for her. Big thrill for the 20-year-old to be on this stage. I'm sure we'll see her again too. And Kaufman 2:20 behind in 5th position. And perhaps she'll have more joy in the other biathlon events. She's herself won Paralympic title there already. So cross country, this distance sorted her out. So now we've got Alexandra Kononova coming into the finish area. She had a bit of a frustrating day, it has to be said, on skis that wouldn't cooperate, or on a technique that didn't suit them. Maybe it was a bit of both. Not always either or, it's often this and this. And Kononova outside the medals in this one. So down she comes to the line in just under 54 minutes and into 6th position. Abe made the finish line and that was about it. Yeah, she gave that everything. In 8th position. I'm sure those fans are proud of her. Put herself in some distress, hasn't she? If someone comes over and gives you some help, perhaps. Give it a hand. The 18-year-old. Now Brittany Hudak. The Canadian. Just 150 metres or so to go. Skis out of the Sturgeon River Nordic Ski Club in Edmonton. Made her debut for Canada at the World Cup event in Canmore, Alberta last year. Holding a form to the finish. Good to see. This has ended up being a very, very good race and a very tight finish between Ripa and Petenkova. 4 seconds in it. Over 15 Ks, that's nothing. Hudak down to the line in just under the hour, 59 minutes and 10 seconds. Right under the 20-year-old Canadian. We'll have Lyashenko and Pavlenko out there. Lyashenko looks like she might be next to finish. Pavlenko still a few minutes behind her. Junior in the field, just struggling to get round the last lap, but she'll get there. Lyashenko, meanwhile, for Ukraine, pushing Hudak out of 9th spot. And just Katerina Pavlenko, the youngest in the field at just 16 years of age, still to come in. Helena Ripa of Sweden with a withering finish. Looks like she's claimed it from Batenkova and then Milanina. Paced herself superbly well with Helena Ripa. Hasn't been in competitive skiing for many years at all. Having made the decision to go hard at it, has started to collect some pretty good results. And Pavlenko, she'll know there's not long to go. She'll be able to find that little bit of extra effort required to take it to the line. She's going up this hill a little bit quicker than the previous time, and that would be what's spurring her on. The fact that the finish line's a bit closer. Yadvia Skorobataya out on the course in the vision impaired race with 15 Ks. Looks like she's going to get herself a bronze medal in this one. She's well ahead of Margarita Gorbunova, but well behind Lisova and Remizova. Russia, Belarus, it would seem. In the vision impaired 15K. Chairlift currently operating. Everyone's busy watching this. Got a tire. Veteran in the sport for Belarus. So, 45 years of age, in fact, is Skora Bataya. Veteran of Salt Lake, Torino and Vancouver, so her 4th Paralympic Winter Games. Did win the 5K back in Salt Lake in 2002, Skora Bataya. Also tackles the biathlon, but her best results were in cross country. 1 gold, 1, 2, 3 silver and 3 bronze medals. So Skora Bataya about to get another bronze medal, it would seem, in the cross country. Vancouver, she was 3rd in the 15K. And she's going to be 3rd again. That was in the freestyle. This is in the classic. So her persistence, her longevity to be rewarded. Still got a few kilometres to go. And she's 5:44 behind Remizova. There's no way she's going to catch the leaders. Extra fact about sport of attire is that the 1996 Paralympics in Atlanta, she won bronze medal in track and field. Kononova out on the course, doing it nicely. Guide Natalia McKeever. There was a bit of a mix-up and a mishap, if you like, with the situation with Ramizova's guide when the guide went to change her skis and lost contact with Ramizova. He just took off. Whether there's any issue there, we'll wait to see. Or even Nikolina Lisova, who's going to finish second in this one most likely, has concerns about that. As a fellow Russian, or perhaps from Belarus a protest could come from Storobay attire. But that's just pure speculation on behalf. So put that on the shelf for the moment. It did look a little odd. Lisova. The middle section of the race was certainly challenging the time of Ramizova, but it was a bit hot from the veteran. Lisova is 21. Too later this month. Certainly getting some results. 5 World Championship gold medals she has in biathlon and 5 in cross country. In Vancouver, a gold and 2 silvers. Unbelievable record, really. In Vancouver, Lisova failed to finish this corresponding race. She was in the freestyle then. Here she is, the courageous Katerina Pavlenko, struggling on. Doesn't matter how much she's behind Helena Ripa. Crowds on their feet. Big welcome for her. Down the home straight she comes. A 16-year-old from Sumy in Ukraine. She's on the bus on the way home from school when she was approached by her coach, Svetlana Baida, invited her to try the sport. And not long after that, here she is, Paralympic Winter Games in Sochi. Well done, Katerina Pavlenko. Sunny, warm day. Standings in the women's 15K, Helena Ripa of Sweden. In the last kilometre, stole it from Yulia Betenkova of Ukraine and Anna Malenina of Russia. 1, 2 and 3. Margarita Grobonova, Canadian, in the women's 15K, visually impaired. Getting a big hand in the stadium. She originally from St. Petersburg, family moving to the United States. Her mother, Olga, won gold and silver medals at the 92 Paralympic Winter Games in Albertville. In the father, Mikhail Gorbanov, won gold and silver medals at European Championships. We've got a lap to go after this one. She'll come through well off the pace of Remizova, but it's not just about where you finish, it's if you finish. And I'm pretty confident she's going to do that. 12:48 down on the time of Remizova. Here is Remizova coming down to the line. This is going to be victory for the Russian Elena Remizova. Guide Natalia Yakinova. Well, she's probably done no more than he expected, but she might not have been expecting the big challenge that came in the middle of the race from Lisova. It faded, and Remizova had the experience and the composure to hold her form, hold her time, and go on and finish the job. Now, Nikolina Lisova coming down to the finish. A gold in the biathlon, a silver coming her way in the 15K visually impaired. And Lisova down to the line in just under 51 minutes. And it's Russia 1-2, Remizova and Lisova. Lisova encouraged to take up the sport by her older sister Alexandra. A couple of years ago she was voted IPC Athlete of the Month after winning 4 gold and 3 silver medals at World Championships in Khanty-Mansiysk in Russia. It's the Russian Order of Friendship. Kononova still giving it her best pace out on the course. Not so very far to go now for her. Very smart in those Canadian uniforms, particularly with the scarf. A striking uniform. She's 29 years of age. As a translator, I assume Russian English, considering her background, and come from St. Petersburg. She's a French English translator for the Canadian government. But I'm betting she speaks pretty good Russian as well. Moved from Russia to Canada in 1999. So she would have been 15 then. She would be trilingual and fluent. Zebastian Modin, summer and winter Paralympian. A bit of a habit of picking up silver and bronze medals in this event. And another bronze looks to be fairly safe for her. Latvia is from Grodno in Belarus. She's acquired some results over the years. First World Championship gold medal for Skorobaitaya was in Germany, 2003. She won the 5K and the 10K and the 15K. So 3 gold medals at those World Championships, 2003. And as recently as last year, she's still getting 4th placings at World Championship level on the 5K and 15K. Age not a barrier, just keeps on performing. Pick up the sport to become stronger and to be recognised by the community. Well, he's certainly doing that. So Skorobaitaya gold medalist in Salt Lake in 2002. 3rd placing coming up here for her at the Lauda Cross Country and Biathlon Centre. Skorobaitaya down to the line in 55.46.5. Well done for her. And her guide, Irina Nafanovic. After those stocks, put some water on board perhaps. 15K journey. That's taken plenty out of it. So just one to finish. Good Canadian friend Margarita Gubanova. Down to compete in 7 events. Whether she does all the biathlon events, she's not quite sure. She's still thinking about which one she may complete. So she didn't realise that she'd qualified for the biathlon, so I think she'd probably do it. A 6-kilometre race, which she has done. If I'm qualified, why not? But it's not my priority. She's here really for these cross-country events. She was born in St. Petersburg and family moved to Canada, as I mentioned. She'd never been to Sochi until March last year. 6th and 7th she finished in her races and 8th in the biathlon. Runs in the snow-covered parkways of Gatineau Park in winter back home. Able to train by herself. And relatively straight pathways. There's B3 sport class, so Margarita has the most side of the 3 vision impaired categories. The guide giving her the encouragement about how far there is to go. And Andrea Bundan. Recovered now as Latvia Skorobaitaya. Posing for a couple of photos, so just one to finish. From a bad hair go into a worse one. Always relying on friends to do that for you. Irina Nafranovic, the guide for Sperbataya. Elena Remizova. Pace was on early between her and Lisova. Remizova might have had plenty of cause to be concerned about the pace of her younger rival, Remizova. That's where the confusion with the guide disappearing and reappearing occurred. We've got top of the line for the moment. Probably no reason to worry about it. It should look a bit odd at the time. Andrea Abundant, the guide, Margarita Gudunova, the athlete. And they're getting there. Far to go now. And should have finished the 15Ks. Snow really hasn't helped, particularly in the visually impaired classes where not able to detect the ruts and the little bumps and ridges that form so easily in this soft snow, and it's a couple undone. Kononova looks like she's handling it pretty well. Strategy of the guides all important. How much do they keep pushing the athlete without burning them out? That feedback that's needed. The athlete's got to say, look, let's ease up a bit, we'll go faster now. And the crowd welcomes her into the stadium again, and these will be happy meters to ski for Margarita Gubunova. A long journey around the course, an even longer one to get here. The story is one of many interesting and indeed inspiring ones of Paralympic athletes. The Russian parents in St. Petersburg, making a life for themselves in Canada, and back she comes to Russia to compete in her first Paralympic Winter Games. What a thrill for her. Gubunova. I think there's a smile on the face now. Home straight. All she's got to do. Just bring it home with everything she's got. And Gubunova will be loving these moments. The sound of the crowd in her ears. Tired legs and arms. No problem now. Just about there. Podium finish for her, but the honour of finishing. A tap of congratulations or a tap on the shoulder to get up. She'll take her time, I think. Placings then in the 15K standing at Rosalina Ripa of Sweden, from Yulia Batenkova of Ukraine, and Russia's Anna Melenina. Then Verona, Kaufman and Kononova from Belarus, Russia and Ukraine. Carlson and Abe, Norway and Japan. Sad did not finish for Anna Carleton, who crashed on the course. placings in the women's 15K visually impaired. Elena Remizova and Galina Lisova, 1 and 2, had it between them. And Via Skorobayataya, followed in by Margarita Gubanova. Next thing we're expecting is some flower presentations for the events we've had today at the Lauda Cross Country and Biathlon Centre. Stand by for those and invite you to watch it with us. The Brummer boys are doing a pretty good job.